So, the biggest question today is, why should you worry? As you can tell, it's a world crisis at the moment. People are freaking out. And a lot of people, they don't know what to do. Even countries are getting to a point where they're being locked off. The coronavirus is kind of like taking over. And it doesn't seem to be slowing down. And yet, in the media, in interviews, in people's faces, the one common trend that is happening with every single one of them is this thing called worry. Everyone is afraid, is worried for their friends, their family, their children. People that don't know how to necessarily deal with it. That we are going to panic modes. We are shopping as much as we can. We're trying to protect ourselves as much as we can. And strange enough, here in the UK, a lot of people, some people are actually not even coming out of their own homes, even though the crisis is not as big as it should be. So, I think instead of asking ourselves the question, why should you worry? I think we need to change the question and we say, why should you not worry? But let me help you to kind of like maybe develop the idea. So there was a man called Jairus. This is in the Bible, the New Testament, in Luke 8, and the same story is also in other chapters of the Bible. In Luke 8, there was a man called Jairus. Jairus was a prominent man. He was a leader of a synagogue, and he had followers. I guess you could say he was like a leader, a head of a house. But sadly, a misfortune fell upon him, and his daughter was lying sick, even to the point of death. And without necessarily knowing what to do, how to save her, how to reach out to her, he had, like many other people, of this great man called Jesus Christ, who was going around healing people. And Jesus Christ had such an amazing power that had given a lot of people hope that he has the potential and the power to be able to heal their friends, their family, their loved ones. So Jairus came to him, literally pleaded with Christ and said, my daughter is dying, and can you please come and save her? What is interesting, right, is Jesus Christ started walking with him. Along the way, he started healing. He healed the woman with the issue of blood, and he even stopped to talk with her. But while they were going to this man's house, one of his people from his house comes to him and says, listen, trouble not the master, because your daughter is dead. But the answer that Jesus Christ, after he had this, that he gave out to this man was actually something quite unique. He said, fear not, believe only. So here's the thing. How can we relate this to ourselves? Like most of us, we are in a place where we're in a crisis right now. And things are actually looking as dark as they physically can be, for even like the same way as Jairus did. His daughter now, who he was trying to save, has now passed away. And yet there was a man that was able to look him in the eye and says, fear not, believe only. All the worries that was within him, all the fears and everything, and even the sadness, that is what Jesus Christ was asking him to put away and only have faith to believe. So luckily for him, Jesus Christ obviously goes to his house. And a lot of people, even when he entered the house, a lot of people laughed at him, laughed at the idea that Jesus Christ was saying that this child was not dead, but was alive. They even laughed at him to the point where he had to kick everyone out of the room. I guess, in a way, it's like most of us. If you are sitting down reading the news every single day, Googling coronavirus every single minute, and whatever even crisis that you have, you literally just bringing more negativity into your mind, And I think this is the structure that Jesus Christ wanted to do. He got rid of all the negative energy and kicked them out. Then as soon as he had kicked everyone out of the room, he was able to call the girl, and she was brought alive, and her parents were astonished. But another principle here I think is very crucial is the fact that sadly this story doesn't always end the same way for everyone. And in some cases, like in these days, people are actually losing their loved ones, and people are losing parents, children, friends, neighbors, and people are actually physically dying. But the message still is the same. It says, fear not, believe only. But what if you were to ask me, what do you have to believe in? Rather than just that, I guess that crazy Christianity way, or you just go around walking around like a crazy fool with a lot of faith. But what it means to me, fear not, believe only. It means that yes, you might face crisis wherever you are. Yes, things might not really work out as they should be. But have the faith to know that things can get better. Have the faith to know that whatever you are facing right now or experiencing today is part of the process of life. And even better or even sweeter, when you are a Christian, one of the main teachings that we do teach is the fact that this life doesn't necessarily end here. That this life is only but a part of a journey, where if you were to die today, or even the people that you love or you care for, if we were to die today, honestly, we might miss them here on earth. But they have gone to a place that is filled with milk and honey. That place where there is no worry, where there is no fear, when there is no pain. They have gone to a place where they are welcomed by God and embraced. I guess it's almost like an upgrade. With that wisdom, with that understanding, it is easy, I guess, for me to kind of get to a point where I have a certain peace about life. Knowing and understanding that things are as they should be, then I do not control nothing, that I cannot control how coronavirus comes into my world, but I can try to prevent it. But then I also need to maintain a certain level of peace, a certain level of belief, a certain level of expectancy, hoping for a brighter day, even if the brighter day sometimes might not come. But just have the faith. Fear not, believe only. And I think this is the stuff. All right. Thank you for watching. Hope you subscribe. And I'll see you again sometime soon. Next week, maybe.